Welcome into the era of AI. Hello there, welcome in this lecture in which I'm going to show you how you can utilize the generative fill feature inside of Adobe Firefly. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So here, let me show you an example of what the generative AI feature is. This is my face swapped with Johnny Depp's face. You can recall the studio. This is the studio that we have at Passive Income Gen Z. And that is me, except for I swapped my face with Johnny Depp. Now I took that and I actually changed the entire background by making it look like a money background. And here we have a picture generated, a picture of Kratos generated inside of Leonardo. And we changed the environment using the generative fill feature from Kratos being in Mount Olympus to Kratos being at the club. Now here we have this pirate screaming at the workers on the boat. And here we have the pirate screaming as a police officer in the city of New York. And so this is quite a fun feature. This one is a tiger, so it's a great white shark. And this is the altered feature after using Adobe Firefly. We have a cat sticking his head saying hi. So let's go ahead right now and experiment with this. So first, we need to generate some pictures. And I'm going to go ahead over here and generate a picture of a playful tabby cat perched on a weathered fence post overlooking a rolling green meadow. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and then we're going to basically remove the background off of it next. But first off, we need to use the text-to-image prompt and generate an image of a cat. So I'm going to start there. And I don't care how the image of the cat turns out as long as it's just an image of a cat. Now here, it is generating the image. Actually, I do care. Now we have insufficient credits. I'm going to have to go and upgrade. Okay, so right now I've upgraded to Adobe Firefly, the paid version, which means I can generate many more images now. It's of course not unlimited, so you have a limit as to the number of images that you can generate. But once you run out of your credit, you're actually going to require to use this version if you need to generate more. Now, like I said, Adobe Firefly is pretty good when it comes to generating images of nature. And here I haven't added any filter, and I don't think that's necessary because this is just an image for practical purposes. So I'm going to take an image of a cat looking at us, and I think that the cutest one is this one here. I don't know if it's me, but cats are actually really, really cute for some reason. Now I think I'm going to apply the hyper-realistic filter here, and then go ahead and generate again another image because I must insist that my cat should look pretty beautiful. Now, what we're going to do with the cat, we're going to remove the background and we're going to replace it with the surface of Mars, right? So I'm going to copy this surface of Mars prompt because we're going to need it. And then here, if we go back, hopefully we have a pretty good image of a cat now looking at us. I think that this one right here looks pretty cool, so I'm going to select that. And then here, I'm going to download this image. And then let me show you how you can basically refill it. You can basically use generative refill from here directly by clicking, or you can go to the first landing page of Adobe Firefly, and from there you can select the option generative refill, however you want to do it. Now here, once you are here, you can go ahead and click on the background option, which is going to delete the background from here. And then we can replace that background with a prompt, the surface of Mars, and now we'll have a cat in Mars. Now it's going to suggest 3 images, and you have to choose one of them that you think is good. Now, because the cat is pretty realistic, so these images are not really the best quality, but the concept is achieved. We put a cat on the moon, and if you're done, you can click on generate. If you want to add another cat next to the cat, we can actually do that by just clicking here on the option to remove something. Now I'm going to go to the settings here. I'm going to increase the brush size, and I would like you to just delete a part. So we want to put a cat, and I want you to just delete a part. So we just want to go ahead and delete some cat space from here so that we could put a cat on top. And the cat prompt that I'm going to use is a simple one. I'm going to put maybe a Siamese cat next to this cat. Right. Let's describe what we want in that empty field. Siamese cat. And then generate. And what that is going to do is going to take that empty space and it's going to use generative AI to fill that with a cat. All right. And that's pretty fun. So let's just wait a second here for it to work. As you can see, it generated an image of a cat, except for it looks more like a alien cat. Actually, I'm going to keep it. And then here, if you're done, you can click download again, and then you have two images. Now, maybe this is how this cat is going to become in the future after living for 1 month in Mars. Who knows? Now, the second image on the list is this one, a lone lighthouse. So we're going to go ahead and copy this prompt here and generate a picture of it. Now, of course, I'm going to click to go back to the text to image option, go back again to the text to image option. And like I said, you can access generative fill from here directly if you want to. Also, the way generative fill is pretty useful is, as they're displaying here, you can change the color of your t-shirts. You can change a bunch of things about that. So we're actually going to give it a try. We're going to make Kratos wear something because he's not wearing any clothes. He's topless. Now we're going to click on the generate option here. And then let's go ahead and generate some pictures. Right. So this one, a lone lighthouse. So you can click on generate. And by the way, the free credits that you have are going to allow you to do all the practices that we are doing here. Maybe you're going to run out if you're using a lot. So make sure you're not using it in basically in I would say overusing. So just basically just try to keep an eye on your credits. Now here it is generating the image of the lighthouse. Quite honestly, I'm going to go ahead here and change this to square. And again, here I'm going to go to hyper realistic and generate because I want this to be a landscape image instead of square. And from here, we can take it to the editor, the generative fill editor. And what we're looking to do here is to remove the ocean and replace it with a swirling, colorful nebula from a deep space, right? So making it seem like the lighthouse appears in the cosmos. So I'm going to just go ahead here and copy this part. Colorful nebula from space. You'll find all of these details in the resources of this lecture, so if you want to use them. And here, I'm going to pick one of the images. I'm going to go perhaps with this one because it has some light. So I'm going to click, and here I'm going to click Edit, Generative Fill, and let's go ahead and give this some creativity. Now, I'm going to click on the background so that it removes the background. Hopefully, it recognizes that the main character of this is the lighthouse. Now, it actually did remove everything, but only kept the lighthouse. And we can actually level this just a little bit by removing just a decent amount here, just some bit like this. And then I can paste in the prompt, which is this, and generate again. So what it will do, it will hopefully place it well in the cosmos, making it seem like a lighthouse is in the cosmos. And let's see how this turns out. Well, that didn't turn out to be exactly like I expected it to, but we tried. Now let's go ahead and try one more. Unexpected setting. Now here, I'm going to go to Majestic Elephant. I'm going to copy this one, and then we're going to move on to our own. We're going to take Kratos and make him wear some clothes. So here, first of all, let me go ahead right here, go back into the text to image feature by clicking to go back, text to image, paste in your prompt. Now, of course, they're not giving me the options at first to choose the sizes and all of those things. But I could just click on one of these images here. I think that will allow me to go there. But here, I'm going to switch off to widescreen. And then again, I'm going to generate this majestic elephant standing in a lush jungle. What we're trying to achieve here is we're trying to replace that with a bustling New York City street during rush hour. And the elephant should be there in that particular city. Now, here, let's see if the elephant is pretty good. I think those are pretty good pictures, except for I'm going to go for widescreen here. I'm going to generate the other picture because I want to show the elephant walking in the city. And that's pretty cool as an effect. So let's go ahead here, use this feature. All right. Okay, so I think the image that is decent is this one. All of them are pretty good, but this one I think is going to get the best results. And like I said, when it comes to nature images, it doesn't get any better than Adobe Firefly. Now here, I'm going to click on Edit, Generative Refill or Fill. And right here, we're going to go ahead and remove the background, and instead of that, we're going to place the city of New York. So of course it is now calculating and removing the background. This one I think is going to turn out fantastic. I'm going to click generate. Hopefully they put him in a road while the cars are basically in the rush hour. And you can see that the elephant is pretty good. By the way, just a fact, the ears of the elephant are much bigger than the ears of the mammoth. The mammoth had very small ears. Now notice that our elephant here is having a good time in the city. So you can see that we have some pretty decent images. This one is not too good though. This one is pretty good, I have to admit. And so I'm going to go with this one right here. So let's just go and download this one of our pal, the elephant in the city. And this is really amazing. You can do this as well using a prompt in Leonardo or Midjourney. You just have to say that elephant walking in New York Street, and it will do that. But it will not be as realistic as this, because this is why Photoshop is so special, is that people of talent, they take these pictures, they place them in Photoshop, and they make it look so realistic. And Adobe is really amazing. So I can't say anything besides that. Now I'm going to go back here, and now let's get started. So I'm going to use the generative fill feature. I'm going to take a Kratos image that I have here, and I'm going to make Kratos wear different clothing. We're going to probably make him wear a t-shirt. So here you have the settings option. Make sure you click it. The brush size shouldn't be huge as to not eliminate important parts about the image. And here, let's get started removing, or not removing, but just basically inserting. We're going to insert something here. So here, I'm going to remove this with caution, because the features of Kratos are important to keep, especially the musculature. He's known for that. Here, we're going to add some kind of a sleeve t-shirt, I think. So I'm going to just eliminate all of these bits. We're probably going to keep that part here, that thing that he wears, where he puts his weapons and so on and so forth, because that is, if we take it off, it's not going to be a good look. We can probably keep the rest of the clothes, but certainly we have to, because it's cold, we have to put some clothes on top of this guy. So here, let's go and eliminate the other bits as well. So you can see I'm being a bit dexterous here, removing them, but at the same time being very careful not to eliminate certain important parts. I think I've done a pretty good job, up till now at least. And there you go. I think that that's pretty good. So I'm going to stop at this. And then here, there's just one bit. I think this part needs to get also covered. There it is. And now we can say, maybe t-shirt, right? Rock star shirt. And then let's generate, and let's see here what it's going to give us as a result. Now you can see that this is pretty good. But the thing here with these tools is that what they do is they just follow the image, the initial image that you give them. So it didn't make him wear a rockstar t-shirt, it only made him a little bit more muscular. But I can tell you that this is not bad. I mean, we made him wear new clothes. I think that the first one is looking pretty good. And so you can download this right now. So he's obviously now has new clothes. And of course, it didn't get that we're trying to make him wear a t-shirt, but we can use a professional image. So for instance, I uploaded this image of this guy right here. And for this one, perhaps we might just go ahead and see how this is going to work this time. Now I'm going to go ahead to the settings here. I'm going to expand this feature here. So I'm going to delete the design on his t-shirt. And let's see what that does. So I'm going to just go ahead over here, eliminate some. And I would like to put a new design. Hopefully it does it well. So I covered all the parts. And here I'm going to add a rock shirt. Right, rock shirt. Let's generate and see the results. Okay, so you can see it basically changed the design of the shirt. Now it kept most of the other features, but it certainly is cooperating. So it's generating what we're asking it to. I think this one is pretty good. So I'll go with that one. And then here, download. So I hope that you liked this tool here, the generative fill feature. And I'll see you in the next lecture, in which we're going to discuss the text effects feature of Adobe Firefly. Stay tuned for it. Passive Income Gen Z wishing you the best and signing out.